Hey y'all, hey everybody, you beautiful quilter people out there. How you doing on this Sunday? Sunday, sew with me Sunday. So I am still working on this, and I'm still working on that. And so today, this is Denise with Lollipop Love. I always forget to say that in case you're new. I'm Denise. This is Lollipop Love because of my puppies. You'll see them annoy me. I'm still working on this, and I have some black done, but they're not up there. That's what I'm working on, the trim with the black. I got all the trim with the orange, so I put them over there. But I'm working on the trim with the black around it. And I did a lot. I got all these rows sewed together, but I got 2 more rows to sew together, and then I can just combine them to make the quilt. This was just me practicing diamonds, because I always buy the Missouri star templates when they go on sale, because you can get them for $3 or $5. I don't ever pay full price for them. I have a ton of stuff over there, but I just watch when they're on sale and I get them. So it looks like I paid a ton of money over there, but some of them things probably don't go over $10. But I just got to get this put together, start on that so I can start on my Mardi Gras quilt, because this is the fabric I have for my Mardi Gras quilt. It's the Batiks. It's Robert Kaufman. It's just a Robert Kaufman Mardi Gras complete collection, and it's I thought it would be a good Mardi Gras quilt, and I was trying to figure out a pattern that I wanted to do with it. And Mardi Gras comes before Valentine's Day, so what else? Valentine's Day. I think it's just, well, St. Patrick's Day. I think it comes before St. Patrick's Day. I'm not sure. I feel like it comes before Valentine's Day, so I wanted to do this one first. So I was trying to see a quick, now I don't know if I should do a black background or a white background. I have to look back at my notes, because my notes tell me what I decided to do, because I've been thinking about that for a while. So yeah, it's pretty. This one's got the jazz instruments, saxophones, trumpets, drums. So, and this one's got beads. I can't remember. And I feel like I might be up moving around, so y'all might be a little far back, but I might be up moving around, I'm not sure. That's got your masks. Your fleur de loup, what do they call them? Fleur de something. I can't remember. Anyway, so that's the one I want to do with my Mardi Gras quilt, but I'm trying to remember what quilt pattern I want to do. That's why I have to write things down. If I don't write things down, you can forget it. If it's not out where I can see it, out the head it goes. I've read something, you know, if you're like me and your brain's constantly going, I had this thing where I read that to help you get stuff out of your head, write it on a sticky note, or keep a little notepad with you, write it down, and then that, you know, declutters your brain. You know, you gotta declutter your house, just declutter your brain. So you write it on a sticky note, and then that way it clears up your mind, because you feel like you've put it somewhere. If it's something important, put it somewhere that You can go back and find it. But it honestly does. I found that when I did that, boy, the bad thing for me, not for everybody, but the bad thing for me on that was once I wrote it down and it got out of my head, it was out of my head, it was gone. It was just gone. So, like I said, if it's something important, you might want to keep a notepad that you can refer back to, because that definitely works for me. In my brain, it works. So we're going to go backwards, I reckon. So, I don't know what just happened. I just broke something. So I have, oh my goodness. I have a surprise. I don't know what I just did. I went on Macari and I found the sewing machine I've been wanting forever. I wanted it when I bought this one. And it's the Eversewn QE. The Eversewn Sparrow QE. And apparently this company is a Bernina dealer. And I don't know I don't know any links between any companies and Eversewn. I like this machine. I do know I like it. Even though she does stuff like this to me sometimes, it's probably usually my fault. But she'll be coming. She was supposed to be here Saturday, so I was hoping that she would be here for me to show y'all, but she's not. And I think it's because the weather, because everybody knows everybody's having bad weather. And that's fine. I know I'm impatient, but I can wait 2 days. But I believe it's a company that refurbishes machines. It's not brand new. You know, I got it off Macari. It's not brand new. But if you bought it brand new, it would be like $869, which my brother is more expensive than this one. But I didn't want to pay I didn't want to get another high dollar machine. And I know that's probably not high dollar for a lot of people, because these machines, they go up into the thousands of dollars. And if I was sitting here not working my other job and I was like Tiffany's Quilting Life, just producing and producing and producing, I could see spending that money on that. But since I'm not doing that, I don't see, I can't justify spending that kind of money on a machine. So I got it. It was on Macari. It was $394. And you know, on Macari you can like haggle back and forth. So I said, well, I'm going to try $297. And by George, it was done. $297 for a QE Sparrow light new used machine. I was like, well, heck yeah, I can go for that. So, I did something. What did I, oh my God, what have I done to my machine? I might not be sewing with y'all today. I'm not sure what I did. Broke it. So I really hope that, Lord have mercy. And I wanted something that, like, this machine's good. Don't get me wrong, this machine's good, and I'll definitely be keeping it. It's not that I'm not going to keep it, but I feel like I wanted something that, I'm trying to think of the word for it. Well, one of the things I wanted was, I wanted something that I didn't have to switch back and forth with. As far as, okay, so, which this will quilt, it will quilt small things. But something that the back and forth I didn't have to worry about if it was a big quilt. Because this has an 8-inch throat space. So if I need something big, I have my brother PQ 1500 SL, something like that. That's the number one. I wanted to have a machine I can do all of it on. Number two is I won't have to switch back and forth, like if I want to do quilting and then I want to switch back over like to this one to do decorative, and then I'll be able to do bigger projects on it. And sometimes this one, if I ever get to go to a quilt retreat, she'll be a good one to take with me. I know what it is, y'all. It's me again. I'll tell you why. Because I had my attention set all the way up to 9. Lord have mercy. So I thought I would reset it, putting it all the way to 0 and turning it off. I'm telling you, if my head wasn't attached, it'd just fall off my shoulders and roll down the hill. I mean, really, I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. Oh, she's stuck over here on this. Oh, she's stuck on the, I bet that's the, see, it's not this machine. This machine is fine. It's the operator. Oh. I feel like I'm, like, I know this probably sounds crazy, but that pandemic we just had, I guess, sometimes my brain don't function right after that. I don't know why. It's probably me, of course, but I tell you, I was cooking some soup, just some plain old hamburger soup, and I took the, I was browning my hamburger and my onions, and, you know, before I make my soup, I went and took the hamburger meat to the sink and put it in the strainer without putting a bowl down it, and there's grease just running down the sink. I think I need some B12. I don't know. Or it might just be menopause. It's the menopause. It's just got to be something, because it ain't me. It can't be me. So it's cold again this Sunday. Cold, cold. This Sunday is cold. It's cold everywhere, I think. I was wondering, I felt like it was going to be a cold winter, because I don't feel like last year we had a cold winter. So y'all know this coming up Saturday on the 27th at 7 o'clock Central Time, I think. Lord, I hope it ain't 5. said, I think it's 7 o'clock Central and 8 o'clock Eastern. The guy who sews is gonna have me on his he's gonna have me on his well, I don't know if it's a podcast. Do you call it a podcast? He does a live, and for some reason I don't know what I can offer him, but we will have fun and try. Maybe he can teach me something. Like, oh, and another thing I wanted that QE for is because you see this, it's not a straight stitch plate. So, you know, when y'all are watching me sew and my fabric's going down in there, I can switch that plate out, that straight stitch plate out. And that'll keep my, when I'm piecing, that'll keep my fabric from pulling down in there like it does sometimes. Y'all see that. So that's going to stop that. That was one of the big things that I wanted too. I just wanted an all-in-one machine where I can do everything on one machine basically. You know, and it having that 8-inch throat plate. I'm super excited to get it. And when I do, I'll do an unboxing for it, and I'll put it side by side so that you can see the difference. I feel like it's going to be bigger. Okay. And I'm already used to this machine, so I figure it shouldn't be too much of a difference. Too much of a difference. But I like the cutter, the automatic cutter on this. I love that. Alright, so we're going to move her up to 4. That's where it's usually supposed to be. But when I quilted it and I had to turn it up to 9, I was like, I don't know if this is going to reset it or not, but I thought there's got to be a way to reset it where I can move it back down to where it's supposed to be, which was kind of odd to me. Now I messed up my fabric over here. Alright, let's try her again. Let's see what she does. Get another piece. Alright, let's see. And like I said, I was trying to reset it, and the only thing I could think of to do was turn it all the way to 0, turn it off, turn it back on, and then turn it back off and see if it'll reset. I mean, I don't know if this is even right, but I'm fixing to try it. The only other thing, it's not that I don't like, and it's probably just me being silly, is when I have like working on these diamonds, I have a lot of thick seams. And it feels like it gives me trouble, but I feel like it's that stitch plate again. I feel like it might be that stitch plate. I'm not sure. But let's see what Alexis is gonna. There she goes. Nope. I gotta go up. I wonder if I need to take her and get her serviced. I've never taken her to get her serviced. All right, I'm gonna go up to 5.5. Look at that. It just almost pulls right out. I don't think it's right that I should have to put this thing on 9. Ooh, that's pretty. Now we're getting, nope. Let me reset. Let me redo the bobbin. It does say to turn it off and turn it back on. And the thing I don't like about that is when you do that, you have to reset all your, I don't know, does that do that with all the machines? Like you have to reset, like I want it on 4. That way it's only almost a scant 1/4 inch. Let's see if this will do it. Most of this stuff is just user error. All right, now I'll pull my box. Ooh, those feel good. That feels good. All right, now let's try. Nope, it's not turning it off and turning it on. All right, so I'm going up to 6. I really don't feel like that's, it's not, I wonder if I've done something. All right, I'm going up to 6.5. I mean, let me show you what I'm talking about. This is my front stitches, which is fine. This is where I'm at. This is my back stitches. And I'm already at 6.5. Is that normal? Is that like, is that normal? Wasn't anticipating these problems today. All right. Now I'm at 6.5. That feels good and tight. So the bobbin, it's feeling good and tight. Let me re-thread the top. So, I mean, let me try the top again. See, I love just being able to use the automatic threader. That's something I love. All right, now, okay. All right, now let's try. It's almost like feels worse. Well, I hope y'all are being able to do something today because I don't know. I bought this frame. This is brand new to me. Bought it brand new. Am I gonna have to keep this on 9? All right, so it's at 7.5 now. Let me read. Maybe there's something I'm missing. See, it says basic thread tension setting is 4. %90 of all sewing will be between 3 and 5. Let me check the back problems. The bobbin case is not threaded correctly. That's for loose stitches. Uneven feed, that's not it. I know how to thread the bobbin case, it's not that. Thread tension is wrong. Yeah, I know. I feel like maybe I need to take it in and have it looked at, or maybe call the place I got it. All right, so now we're gonna go up to 8. It's not, this is not, something is wrong. the only other thing I can think of is I've got a different color, but it's the same thread. It's literally the same thread. I wish we was live so somebody could tell me what I'm doing wrong. Okay, I'm gonna do a I don't think it's the bobbin. I mean the bobbin, it's the same. It's the same thread. It's just a different color. And it looks like it's on there. Well, it is a little loose. No. I'll change the bobbin. All right. When we go back down to 4, I'm going to turn the machine off. Turn it back on. So we shall see if it's the bobbin. Gosh, I hope that other one comes in and it works. The only thing I'm worried about is I'm scared because it's refurbished. You know, Macari doesn't give you as much information as eBay. I went over to eBay and the same company was also on eBay. And it had a little bit more description because it was eBay, and it said that it was refurbished. So I also went and looked at I also went and Googled their website, which is, I think it's Top Stitching something. And they are an actual company and they sell those Berninas. But you can go on eBay and their company is has little attachments and stuff that you couldn't find on their website, but they sell other stuff too. If it was that bobbin this whole time, I put it back down to 4, I shut it off, I turned it back on. Let me read what it says when changing the bobbin. I thought I could sew with you people today. winding the bobbin. Okay. Says the motor stops automatically when the bobbin's full. The thing I don't like about this is it seems to do the top more than the bottom, and it almost looks like it's going to go over, and I don't like that, so I always stop it before. All right, turn off switch to off. Turn power switch to off before inserting and removing bobbin. I don't think that's the problem. I've changed this bobbin a million times with that thing being off and on. All right, I moved it back to 4. I'm gonna pull the bobbin up. Feels like it's got tighter tension than the top, so that would seem like it would be opposite. I like to check on a dark piece of fabric if I'm using light thread. So that way I can, if I put it on a white piece and it's light thread, I can't really tell if anything's wrong. All right, cross your fingers. Top's perfect. It's the bottom. All right, I'm going up to 5. It almost looks worse. Why would it look worse? Do I need to go to 3? All right, going to 3. Going down. I'm going to try to go down and see if that helps. Maybe I'm going the wrong way. If I'm going the wrong way, I'm going to be... Oh. Okay. It's crazy worse on that one. All right, moving it to 6. Well, 6 is better. All right, going up to 7. I'm gonna do 6.5. Since we're looking close, I'll do 6.5. I know one of you guys have an Everstone. I think you put a comment in there. Tell me, because you were telling me that having to clean it. I'm sorry. I can't remember your name. But please tell me if you have trouble. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. That's 6.5. We're going to 7. Do you have to also have your tension up so high when the manual specifically states you should only be from 3 to 5? It's looking good. Wait. Wait. Oh, I did it backwards. I did it backwards. I sewed it backwards. I'm like, wait, now the bottom's perfect and the top's not. Okay, I'm going to try 6.5 again because I want to do it from the right way. Okay. Oh, we did it. 6.5 is looking good. Yes, it must have been that bobbin. So my tutorials are troubleshooting the Eversewn Sparrow 30S. Yes. If you have problems on the bobbin, change the bobbin. Okay, so I'll show you. So this is the front. This was what my back was looking like. Can you see? So now that one was accidentally done. I did it the wrong way. Can you tell? Let's see. It's looking good now. That's the front. Yes. Well, okay, so I'm down from definitely down from 9. I'm on 6.5. I'm good with that. All right, little girl. Now let's try. Now I use it's 2 pieces. When I do it, when I test it, this is 2 pieces. Okay, I can sew with y'all today. Yay! I don't even know what time we started. Mercy sakes, mercy sakes. I like it. I like it. It's good. It's good. All right, little girl. Let's sew it up. Okay. So back to what I was talking about. Working on this, working on that. I'm thinking about on his live podcast maybe working on that. Going ahead and cutting the strips and working on that. And then that way, because that one's just plain, it'll be easier to be able to talk to somebody while I'm working because, you know, my brain ain't the best. And if I'm talking to somebody that's actually answering me back and forth and there's a conversation going, that's going to be the easiest. I don't want to try to work on something complicated and then be talking to somebody that's talking back to me. What you think? You think that's a good idea? It's not the prettiest, but I mean, it's more talking than sewing, I think. All right, there she goes. See some of this stuff. This machine is a really nice little machine, and the reason why I say that, even though y'all see me have a lot of trouble, this is only my second machine. My first machine was a mechanical singer. And I got it because I wanted to learn how to do the quilting. Oh, I just sewed that backwards. Does anybody else have days like this? That Mama said there'd be days like this? Mama said. My mama said Lord. She's a good sewing machine, and a lot of times this is just, and the stitching looks good on the back. Thank you, Jesus. Like I said, I only had one sewing machine before this, and it was a Singer mechanical that I got at Joann's. For I probably paid $99 for it because I wanted to try and learn how to quilt, because that's what I wanted to do. I've tried crochet. I can crochet. But I wanted to try to learn to sew. Not sew, because I've looked at patterns like to make clothes and they confuse me, and I feel like there's not enough out there on YouTube to make me understand even watching them, unless there's a channel I'm missing to help me understand how to read a pattern and what to do. And the ones that, the YouTubers that show you how, you have to pay for it. And I mean, it's okay, that's their business. I'm just not. I don't know that I would be into it as far as enough to pay for it. And maybe one day I will be. But so I wanted to upgrade from my Singer to this little girl right here, because she had the table, she had the extension table. That was one of the things I liked, because I mean, you could take it off, but the Singer didn't have a table. The Singer does really good stitches though. I mean, I have to say, I really have to say, she does a pretty stitch. This one will do the pretty stitch if I get it right. So I upgraded to her because I wanted an automatic thread cutter, which now is really not that big a deal. And I wanted an automatic threader. I wanted the table, and I wanted some more stitches that I don't even use. I mean, I do. They're nice to have in case you do. But that's what I was looking for. And I kept looking and I kept looking, and to get an automatic thread cutter, to just be able to, you know, cut and go, you still got to trim off the threads, but see, and this is why I wanted another one with the straight stitch plate. I'm going over where these it's a lot of seams. You've got these two here, and then you got two, so you're doing like 4 seams on top of each other, and it gets stuck, and I have to pull it. It keeps going, but I just have to pull it a little bit. I was hoping that straight stitch plate on that kiwi will stop that. But I wanted an automatic machine. I don't want a mechanical anymore. And when I got this one, I didn't understand tension. I thought I'd have more room to quilt on it. And you really don't. On this one, you only have I got some of these just sitting in there. Let's see. On this one, you only have from needle to the throat, you have 6 1/4. Well, to your foot, it's 6. So you have from the edge of your foot to right here, your throat space is 6. So, I needed more throat space room, which I have done. I have quilted a quilt on here. I've quilted a quilt on that Singer. I did this one right here on that. I think this one I did on. Let's see. This one I straight stitched. This one I just straight stitched on this one right here, this Eversong. I guess you can tell see where the stitches are. It's just straight line quilting, nothing fancy. And it really has a good walking foot, actually. It has a really good walking foot on here for straight line quilting. It's a really nice walking foot. The walking foot on here actually does better than on my brother. So then I got the, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch Angela Walters. I'm gonna learn how to quilt these things on a domestic. It's a great idea. And you can. Because I get the Urban Elements things to go on them. So I got the PQ, and it is a lot nicer to quilt on. It's a lot nicer to quilt on. You got plenty of room. And I used it for straight, I used to have it right here, and I would do my piecing on it. But then I was like, I miss my little Eversong. She was just so easy to piece on. She's very easy to piece on, especially if it's not thick stitches like this. She's wonderful to stitch on. The reason I go so slow is not because of the machine. It's because it bounces. So then, of course, you have the the needle that you can do fast or slow on, and I like that. Boy, that brother, when I first got it, ooh, that sucker scared me. That's a well, it's a mid-arm. It's not a it's what they call a mid-arm. So then I went and got the cutie frame to go on it. If you don't have patience, I'm gonna just say don't get that cutie frame. I had the whole setup. I had the cutie frame. I had the brother. Now once you get it set up, now it goes pretty fast, and it's great once you get it set up. But my patience is so thin. It would probably be a great video for y'all to laugh at. I'm telling you. You have to be in a mood, because trying to get that quilt on that cutie frame and rolling it up, and you know, once you've got it on there, you quilt it real fast. Like, you can do it real fast. Okay, well, you've only got so much. I mean, you've only got what, this much to quilt that you can quilt, and what, you're only going like how far ever out your quilt is. So you do it real fast. It takes more time to keep finagling that quilt on that frame. I was like, if I ever. So I have it. It's under that bed. said if I ever get a quilting frame, it will be one that has the rollers where you can just put it on there one time and roll that stuff. Roll it up. I am not going to mess with a quilt. And some people, I mean, I've seen some people do it. But if you've got the money to buy a quilting frame, and that's something that you know you like to do, in my opinion, I would not waste the money to buy a cutie frame. I would go on up to the next frame that has the roller on it. Because your machine, depending on the 30-year machine, you've still got that quilting frame between it. So you may only have to, but depending on what your throat space is, you can only do quilt this much. So you've quilted it. Yeah, you've quilted it really fast, but now you have to go and pop up all those things, try to situate your quilt back right, pop them all back down. It was longer switch. I don't have patience. I'll get one that has a roller, but I won't do anything with that cutie frame. Only thing I can think of is to literally take an edible and then try it. That's the only thing I can think of to get my nerves. And like I said, these are all my opinions. There's people out there that I'm sure love them. And if that's all you got, that's all you got. Now, I've seen these girls out there that make their own. Because there's a man who sells, they're pretty much PVC pipes. And that looks more easier. I did it again. See, this is why I'm going to have to do something easy when I'm talking to him. And my back stitches aren't doing any good anymore. Mama said there'd be days like this. And Water Boy said, Mama said. I guess that's what I get for talking about products. But I'm just saying, that was my opinion. That was my experience with it. Yes, it doesn't take long to quilt on them. But the struggle of getting that thing off and on and moving it. And this is also me only doing it maybe a couple times. So I probably didn't give it a chance. I will say that. Now, this isn't me doing like a 2 or 3, 4, 5 quilts on it. I only did. Now, if you've got a small quilt, oh, by all means, I'm sure that would be super easy. A small quilt. But I tried to do my grandson's on there. And the other thing that happened is the quilt started, apparently, I wasn't doing that right either. Because the quilt started going catty cornered like. And then I went and had a big old gap to where I thought I pulled it straight. Believe me, I was doing serious trying to make straight. It was straight, but the fabric got like this on it. And then made a gap, kind of like it pulled over on itself. But once again, user error. So if you have, I'll say this, if you have patience and you're okay to learn something new that you have the patience for, then and you don't have a lot of room, then you can try it. But I would almost rather just do it on my brother than have to try to do something with that. Maybe I'll pull it out and try again. It was a pretty stressful time going on when I was doing that. So maybe now that things have calmed down, maybe I'll try it again. Who knows? Who knows? I might come out here and tell you I love it so much. Go buy one. I ain't telling y'all nothing to buy. That's up to you what you buy. You know your budget. You know what you need. I've never really went and bought stuff. Well, not a big purchase. I can't say I haven't bought something based on what somebody else say, because I read a lot of reviews before I buy something. But I try to research it for myself. And I have researched that QE. And I hope that will be the last sewing machine. That's funny. Because if I could get one of those, I don't know though, you know, you start watching people sewing on stuff and you're like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I want that. I want that. That looks like that'll make life so much easier. Now the cute, and what I'm talking about is that Bernina that Missouri Star is starting to sell. You know, Jenny's fast on her other machines, but they're putting her up there with that Bernina now because they're trying to sell that Bernina. That Bernina's slowing her down, actually. Now, to me, it wouldn't matter because y'all know I'm slow. But I always thought, isn't it cool that when you get done, your machine lifts up for you? You know, your foot lifts up for you. I think she's having to press a button to make it lift up. Because I watched her. And like I said, that she's just getting used to it probably. So once she gets a hang of it, she'll probably get faster. So it's probably not that. I think I did something wrong. Nope, it goes at the bottom. Okay, good. No, that goes at the bottom. Okay. But, you know, just like that simple folded corner rulers. And that's probably all it is with that cutie frame. I just need to get one day when I'm in a mellow mood and jacked up on some B12 or something, and pull my cutie frame back out. And that'll probably be, you know, just learning how to do it. It'll probably be all it takes. Now see, this is a big seam right here. And if I pull it a little bit, and you know, maybe everybody's does that. Do y'all have to pull when you have thick seams? Do you have to pull it? But that's the only thing I feel like was missing on the QE, is where I've noticed that some of these ladies, they're done. I don't know if they're tapping it with their foot or they're hitting a button, but the presser foot comes up. It comes up by itself, and I like that. Which is only a difference between lifting it here or tapping your foot. I don't know how they do it, but that's that. I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, it don't have like a ton of stitches. But it's got the throat space. I mean, 2 inches, you've got that much more. You got that much more throat space. But half your hand, 3 fingers, depending on the size of your fingers. I don't know. That's my opinion today, which may change and 100% likely to change tomorrow based on the weather. It's cloudy with a chance of meatballs. So I guess my lesson is, before I make the video, I should make sure that Alexis wants to sew. See, once you get her running good, she does real good. She does good stitches. Nope, we're not doing good stitches either. Gosh, dang it. All right, I'm going up to 7. How does that happen? Like, how do you have good stitches and then it turns out you don't? I mean, oh, they never were, I guess. I didn't check it. Now I don't know if I need to sew these over because they're looking bad again. I guess I'm gonna have to go up to 9. Need to pay attention and make sure if it's on the front or the back. It's not the front, it's the back. That is up to 7. I think it's time for little girl to have a checkup. She needs a checkup. Let's see, I've had her, I'm trying to think of when I got her. What year is this? 24? I've had her 2 or 3 years and I haven't had her taken in to be checked or maintenanced. So it's probably time for that. So now I need to, we're back to checking again. That's 7. I'm going up to 7.5. I'm just going up to 8. Going now, honkers. Okay. 8 looks better. I'm gonna have to go to 8.5. I can't go no higher than 9, can I? I need to know if anybody else out there has a problem with this. Oh, we're back to 9. Come here. Y'all want to see Poppy? Come here. Poppy got her little haircut. See, Poppers? And she got her toes done for Valentine's Day. I see up here, Papa? I see up here? Good girl. Good girl. She got her little 80s bob going on, don't she? She got an 80s bob going on. You can go outside? I'm not going. You can go. I'll leave the door open. There's little Lily. You can see little Lily. Hi, Lily. Hey, Lily. You want to say hey? Where's Lily? Hi, Lily. This dog looks different with whatever haircut she gets. What do you do, Lily? What do you do? Go see Poppy. Whatever haircut she gets, she looks different. Okay. Well, we're back to 8.5. Well, 8 3/4. Now I'm not sure if I need to redo all of these. They look like they're, well, will they hold? I don't know. I'll just read them real quick. Better safe than sorry. Put all this time into something. You want to make sure it's gonna stay. Okay, I think we're good now. Wonder why. I wonder why. Wonder why. Well, hello, Lily. It's so nice to see you. Hi, Bobby girl. I'm gonna lay down. I'm not doing treats right now. No, ma'am. And there's a man I saw on YouTube. His name was, is it Randy the Sewing Man? The Sewing Machine Man? Something like that. And he said this was a good little machine. And he said it was more like a beginner machine. If I remember right, got this from Sewing Machines Plus. Did I get it from there? Was it Sewing Machine? No, did I get my brother from there? Sewing Machines Plus. I got it offline, of course. Ugh. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I mean, wherever the one in Muscle Shoals, Alabama is where I got it from. But like I said, when I first got it, the guy was very nice, and they've communicated good, told me what to do. Wasn't a problem. And that was either 21, was it 2020? 2019? I don't know. I'll have to look back and see. Okay, let's make sure I got them all. Oh, I think I missed this one. Yep, I did. But I was saying that I had my brother in here. Stevie was in here. That's what I call her, Stevie. I named all my sewing machines off of Schitt's Creek. And that's good. I was like, I missed it. I missed it because it was so easy to sew. I didn't have all these problems. I think she just needs a service. I think it's just she just needs service, and that's all it is. So I switched back my brother back to her. Bobby's digging in China. I don't normally do this much when I'm pressing seams. It doesn't usually take this long. But let me show you what I'm working with. What I'm working with here is, can you see how thick these seams are? And that's what's giving her trouble. So I'm sewing them open so that it's still a hard knot in there. But that's the reason why I'm sewing them open. See how thick these are? And so I'm taking my purple thing and I'm pressing it down. I was cooking some hamburger soup, and my hands still smell like onions, and that was, can't get the onion smell out my hands. Well, I got one more row, and then I can sew them together. At least that'll be something accomplished today. I was watching Tiffany's It's a Quilting Life, Tiffany's Quilting Life. What is it? Tiffany's It's a Quilting Life, something like that. And her running through them quilts. I think she makes them though. I think she long arms and makes them. Boy, she's on a whole nother level. She is on another level. Like, my channel, you come here to see what not to do. How to troubleshoot. You learn how to troubleshoot an Everstone Sparrow 30S. That's why you come here. Her channel, you go to learn how to get her done. Yes, you go to her to learn how to get her done. Ah, that's funny. One last row. Then I can sew them together. And I can get the borders put on it. One of the reasons why I started this channel was because I like watching, and I've probably said this a dozen times before, I like sitting with somebody in the background, but I also did it to help me hold myself accountable, because there is so much I want to do. There's so many things I want to do, and I want to grow, and I want to learn. And hopefully some of the things I do might help somebody. I mean, you know, not like an expert help, but at least see real struggles. And I thought it, you know, might help me if I had somebody to tell, hey, I'm doing this. Well, now you done told somebody you got to do it now. Can't be lazy. My husband is not one to, he's not a pusher. He says, if you want to do it, do it. If not, don't. He's not one to tell me what to do. That's my job if I want to do it. He supports everything I do. So, on the episode of S-Town, I listened to the whole thing. Oh my gosh. Then I find out, okay, how old is this thing? 6 years old? 7 years old? I'm just now watching it. And the guy, Tyler, that's on there, not to ruin the thing for you if you haven't seen it, he died a month ago. He died a month ago. Cute as pie. That's just so weird to be listening to that. Now, I have to say, it's either the episode before last or the last one. I think it's the episode before last. It gets a little graphic for people who don't want to be hearing about people's sex lives. I'll just say that. It gets a little, might be a little graphic for people, but it's just so weird to me that I listened to that podcast, which kept me in, I mean, the man was funny. He was funny, and he was, a lot. That man's brain never shut off. But then, like, I want to talk to you about it, and I mean, I guess I should because it's 6 years old. I'm sure y'all already seen it, but honestly, I think what was wrong with that man mentally was he had mercury poisoning. Spoiler alert. I really, that's in my opinion. I'm no expert. In my opinion, I think the man had mercury at, because I watched this other podcast after that, which was talking about these things still ain't right on the back. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. But I watched a podcast, I think it was called Don't Tell Mom, where the lady Cheryl, which is now the mayor's wife, is she was talking about how John was when he was younger, and he seemed to be more fun, and which everybody is when they're younger. I mean, you know, that happens, but I'm starting to wonder if this has to do with them stitches and me pulling it through, because it started out fine and then it's when it messed up after that. But I think that man, the way he was talking about stuff, I really think that man might have had mercury poisoning. Did y'all listen to that? Am I the only one that listened to that? Because, and the other thing is, I don't know that that man would have left his mama like that. I don't think it was any foul play as far as somebody coaxing him to do it or talking him into doing it or anything like that. But if you listen to the narrator, what's his name? Brian Bryce. If you listen to the narrator, he goes on to tell the things that the man was doing, which he was a genius. I mean, the man was a genius. Now see that I turned it back up to 9 and they're perfect. The man was a genius. There's just no way around it. But the things that he was doing, at the end, and the type of work he was doing with that mercury, is I mean, the narrator said what the mercury causes. He named it. I can't remember what he said it caused, but it's got to be what happened to that man. Which that mayor's wife took it to be help with suicide prevention, which is awesome because, you know, the mental health in this country. Sometimes I wonder if it has to do with the way these youngins are growing up. They're exposed to so much more at such a younger age. I feel like I'm so happy to grow up in the age that I grew up in, which is the 70s and the 80s. I'm so happy to have had that. Not to have had the worry that these youngins have. It feels like it was a more carefree time. Maybe not for everybody, but for some. I mean, I didn't have the best childhood growing up, but I would say if I had that childhood in today's time, oh mercy. Oh mercy. I mean, you just gotta really have to be on top of it with these kids nowadays. I mean, you gotta be on top of what they're doing, what they're exposed to. Bless their hearts. It's definitely a lot. I don't know if I'm just sounding like an old person. These young kids these days. But really, I mean, And are they even learning basic social skills? You know, we had to be in front of people. We had to, if you said something to somebody, you got, you know, not like nowadays where you say something to somebody, it could be online. You don't see their reaction. You don't see if they like it, if you hurt them, if it affected them in a different way. You don't see none of that. So basically, they're growing up, and are they even getting the social skills that they need? Like, well, that went to a deep turn, didn't it? I'll just say I'm lucky to have grown up in the era I grew up in. I'm not saying it was a perfect era. It was not a perfect era. But I know what it is to play outside till dark. I know what it is to be able to use your imagination to come up with a game or some toy or something to, you know, entertain yourself. I know what it is to hang out riding bikes up and down the road with your friends. So I'm very grateful for that. Running down to the end of the street and having a spontaneous game of football. Getting in trouble and hiding because the kid down the street was being mean and he was being a bully, so you threw a rock at him, busted his lips, and now you gotta go hide. Things you learn as you're a kid. Riding back dirt roads. Wanting to go to work to make money to be independent. Riding in the back of a pickup truck on the beach. Can you even do that anymore? Having cookouts. My brother, my oldest brother who's passed, he would, he always got the seafood. Whatever seafood was around, he would get the seafood. And he would go get the oysters, and he'd do the oysters on the grill. He's the one that first introduced me to crab legs, Alaskan king crab legs. Okay, let's see what we got. So I got them all in the right order. They are in the right order. Now I just have to sew them together. I don't even know how long we've been going. Oh Lord, this is too long. So I've got them all done now. Let's see. I can show you, but you've already seen it, but let's see. There we go. She's together. We just have to sew it together. the rows. So since we've been going almost 2 hours, I'm gonna say I do. Thank you for sewing with me. Thank you for troubleshooting. Thank you for just watching, answering my questions. It's been a great day. Sunday, sew with me. Let's sew it up Sunday. And y'all come watch on Saturday. The Guy Who Sews. I'll be on there live. Oh, mercy sakes. That's scary. But it'll be super fun. So y'all come watch The Guy Who Sews with me, and we'll sew it up over there. And we'll have good chats, good times. And we'll see you soon. Bye.